Hi, it's Tom again with Heart to Heart Chats, number 16. Today I wanted to talk about energies because I think most of us, including myself, before all this happened to me, would say, "What? We're energy, and we're not ourselves. We're not our living flesh." Well, yes and no. We are energies first. And energies can change us. And that's the stories I want to tell you today. Well, in 2012, that was the day of the Armageddon, right? The, the end of the Mayan year, the Mayan calendar was supposed to be the end of the world. Movies were made. People were always talking about it. It was on the internet. On and on it went. Well, guess what? We're still here. I think what the Mayan calendar was about was a change in energy. That energies were going to come in and change the earth. Now, most of you probably don't recognize that, but I think it did change the earth. It, I think, entered in the beginning of a new cycle of feminine energy. For many, many thousands of years, we've been dominated by male energy. I think this is the start of female energy. Anyway, so the theory is that we're now getting close to the galactic center of our Milky Way galaxy, and the energies of the central sun are coming into us more than ever, as well as we're getting more energy from our own sun. Those energies are changing us, maybe slightly, maybe not at all in some people, maybe a lot in others. Well, on 2012, we decided to go to Hawaii for a week because our parents, all four of our parents had died in the last year and we were exhausted. So we decided to take a rest and we flew in on 12/21. Got into Honolulu at 9:30 in the morning and we started walking around, and by noon we were tired out. We went to our room, had some lunch, decided that we were going to go out that night. The next day we were going to rent a car and tour the island and so forth. Well, we didn't make it that day. We felt so exhausted, we stayed in our room all day and all night. The next morning we got up, we felt good, we walked around. By noon we were exhausted, went back to our room, stayed in our room all day and all night. We were so exhausted. We took naps. Oh my God, we were so tired. All 7 days we were there, we were exhausted. We didn't do any of the things we wanted to do. Well, during that time, our stay in Hawaii, I lost the taste for alcohol. I couldn't have any alcoholic drinks, and nor could I drink wine. I completely lost the taste. That was one of the signs of that energy coming in. My wife felt a little like that. She couldn't drink any more alcoholic drinks, but she still could drink wine. Now, when we got back home, we said, well, let's go to our favorite places, our favorite restaurants and bars and such. Same thing happened. We walked in, and we felt this negativity inside those places, and we walked immediately out, every one of them. So what was this energy? I don't know exactly, other than it really was, in a way, a purifying energy, purifying our bodies of the things like alcohol that really don't do much for our bodies. Not very nutritional, right? So that's the way it's been. It's now 2017. I haven't had a drink in those 5 years at all. My wife has continued to pare down, and she's basically not even on wine now. Well, amazing to think about. Our bodies, our minds could transform so quickly and so massively. But it did happen. And I think it happened for lots of people in different ways. Many people believe the Mayan calendar of 12/21/12 was the end of the world, but it wasn't. but it was the emergence of huge energies coming into the planet from the great central sun of our Milky Way galaxy, and even from our own sun. And those energies affected our energies, transformed us in different ways. So, I'll give you another story. And this just happened. We're now in September 2017, but in July 26th through August 12th was the emergence of the Lionsgate Energies coming in through the constellation Leo. Very heavy energies coming in and transforming some of us. I felt them directly. On July 26th, the start, I had an appointment with my massage therapist, and I went over there in my old Jeep, 2001 Jeep, and for the first time ever, when I drove into her driveway, I couldn't get the key out of the lock. Couldn't get it out there. I tried for 10 minutes. Tried the brake, I tried the gear shifts, nothing would work. It was amazing what happened there. So I go in to see my massage therapist, who is also a psychic. And as we went in, Archangel Michael showed up, and our psychic can see Archangel Michael. Michael said immediately, without hesitation, he said, through Kathleen, our psychic, "Tom, you have to get rid of your Jeep. It's costing you too much money. You already have 2 other cars. You don't need it. You have to get rid of all things that are not of service to you any longer." Wow, right? Now, my wife and I had talked about getting rid of our Jeep over the last year because the insurance is higher than it's worth, but it was still a nice running around town car. It did have a lot of flaws, very costly flaws, but it was still running. Well, we took that message from Michael to heart, and the next day we brought it into a place that receives cars like this and received a minimal amount of money. It was time. It was almost 17 years old. So that energy, when I looked up the Lionsgate Energy and all the resources I could, one of the first things it says is you have to get rid of things that no longer serve you. You know, simplify your life. So we did, and we continue to simplify our life, and we continue to go through our house and remove things that no longer are serving us, that are just sitting there. So that energy was an interesting energy, wasn't it? That came and gave us a message, a very strong message. Now, most people would just say, heck with that, I'm not getting rid of my Jeep. I'm not going to do this, I'm not getting rid of that. Who are they to tell me? I can understand that. But in this case, in our cases, we follow messages that we get. And they've been true all along for many, many years now. So maybe that's a lesson to keep your eyes and ears alert to messages that come in, and follow them. Follow your heart, follow your brain, follow the messages. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and heart-to-heart chats.